I suppose looking back, Indeemo's been around a good couple of years now. Diary studies have been around a long time.
Yeah.
Like, what emerging trends now do you see in diary studies? We have generative AI at the forefront of everything. What do you see for the future, and what do you see the role of platforms like Indeemo, how they're going to shape diary studies?
Yeah, that's really interesting, right? So I think there's kind of two or three things come to mind. So I think diary studies, they'll move pretty much entirely to video. Okay. Look, it's richest form of research. It's so layered. Clients love it, but better still, the generative AI just absolutely eats it up. So like we're recommending clients now go pretty much default video in terms of diary studies, because it's so much easier to analyze on the back end. So that's like completely 180 degrees from where we were 15, 18 months ago, right?
Yeah.
The second thing is, I think that, and we blogged about this, I think the qual is going to 10x, right? It's going to increase by an order of magnitude, if not 2 orders of magnitude in time as the AI evolves. So I think what you'll see is you'll see diary studies going from tens of respondents to hundreds of respondents. And as the capacity of the models keeps increasing, and there is a Moore's law effect on that, I think you're going to be doing diary studies at kind of quantitative scale. And that gets very, very exciting, right? Because you're kind of eating at the kind of lower end of surveys then, but your surveys are based on video, so you can see the face of respondents, you can see the context they're standing in, so you have a much more authentic, reliable, provable data set, okay, yeah, to build your advice and strategy on, right? And then going back to your point earlier about it, or the research I took a note, right? You're on about the power of being agile and iterative, but where that tracks to is being constantly connected to your customer, right? Okay, so change is happening at the rate of knots. It's impossible to keep up. So we believe that that kind of diary studies, through the kind of ambition of customer closeness and continuous discovery and even iterative research, I think they're going to become always on, right? So it's not going to be diaries in a period of time. It's going to be connection as in a very long time, right? And that's the holy grail of research, right? So can you imagine the ability to be connected to kind of hundreds, if not thousands, of your customers constantly in video, and being able to analyze all of that rich data at scale using generative AI, and potentially that'll be happening in real time, right? So we all saw this GPT Omni model popping a couple of weeks ago. Like, that's only scratching at the surface of the power of generative AI and video. So I think this concept of always on is going to be a big thing. We're certainly talking about and blogging about it, and that's what we're building for at Indeemo, right? So like, if you take smartphones, you take video, you take 5G connectivity, every consumer on the planet is going to be kind of connectable in the next 3 to 5 years, and you take generative AI and the speed at which that is going, I think you're going to see like diary studies being done in the hundreds, constantly generating rich, reliable insights for brands that they can kind of trust and kind of innovate on top of.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was expecting you to say. And I think, just to kind of summarize it all, is at the beginning of the recording, we had mentioned that diary studies have been around. They're a staple of qualitative research for years upon years upon years. But it shows how flexible they are, because they have evolved with technology, with the use of smartphones, with the use of video, now with the use of generative AI, and who knows what's to come.
Yeah, no, it's a very exciting time. So yeah, and I think we're only getting started. So I think it's super exciting. And again, look, we're huge fans of diary studies. I think they're the most authentic way to kind of understand what people think, what they feel, what they do, and how they experience your products and services. So yeah, we'd love to hear from anybody watching, see if we can support them on a future project.
No doubt they will.
Awesome. Thanks, Ian.
Thank you. Cheers.